We all want that perfect contact where that ball comes down, it smashes against the face, it feels like it just melts into the face, and then it just explodes off the face. It almost feels like the ball and the club head are stuck together for 4 or 5 inches. It's so solid, and the compression is just off the charts. We all love when that happens. Let's talk about the enemy of that. Now, if you're really struggling to make that great contact, one thing is happening for sure. Number one, you're using a lot of hands and arms to try to hit at the ball. So instead of having the momentum of the body leading the way, a lot of times the body slows down, the hands and arms try to push this club head toward the target, and we get a lot of inconsistent stuff happening. Typically, we'll flip the golf club. One time we'll hit it nice, the next time we'll chunk it, the next time we'll thin it, and it's really, really frustrating. So if that sounds like you, if it seems like you have this same problem, there's 2 things that we need to have happen. Number one, we need to get those hands in front. All the pros are de-lofting this club head. Typically the pros are taking about 30% of the natural loft off this club when they're coming through contact. With those hands in front, leading the way, now the ball is going to be much more likely to hit the center of the face. The hands in front is really going to make it much more consistent. I got a drill I'm going to show you on that in just 1 second. And then number 2, we need to have momentum of the body. If my body stops moving, the only thing to keep this club going is to throw my hands and arms, and again, that's where a lot of the inconsistency comes from. All right, so let's grab this impact bag here. I got a couple drills I'm gonna work through with this. Now, if you don't have an impact bag, that's perfectly fine, although I do recommend you get one. These are really, really good. I don't have a particular one that I like. Any of them will work fine, just anything you can hit. You could grab an old pillowcase and hit into that, but you're probably gonna tear it up after 5 or 10 swings. Go ahead and make the investment in one of these vinyl impact bags. They're really tough and durable. You gotta hit them thousands of times before they really fall apart. So what we're gonna do to really get the hands in front is we're gonna do what I call the axe drill. You may have seen this drill before, maybe not, but I think it's really one of the most important ones, or the easiest, most intuitive ones to get the hands in front. So if normally we would grip the club this way, I want you to turn the handle sideways, have this club head, the tip of the club head pointing toward this bag, almost like it's an axe head, and I'm just gonna take that axe head and really jam it into this bag. Now the cool thing about this is naturally when you do this, for whatever reason it is, because the mass of the head is in front of the handle now, we sense that that doesn't feel very good, and we start to lead the way with the hands. You'll notice how my hands are in front. So if you do this same drill, turn that club head sideways and pretend like you're really gonna, hammer this, hit that axe head into this bag, you'll notice that your hands naturally wanna start getting farther and farther in front. So go ahead and feel like, what I feel like when I'm doing this drill is I'm gonna take the tip of this and I'm gonna hit this bag so hard it just punctures right through it. I don't wanna go easy on this. I'm gonna go ahead and let this bag really have it. There we go, so I smashed the heck out of it. Let's see if I poked a hole in it. Unfortunately, I'm too weak. That was my baby swing today. I gotta really muscle up on this one. This time I'm gonna try to go a little bit harder. Now, one thing you don't wanna do, you don't ever wanna do this with a graphite shafted club. If your irons have graphite shafts or you're having your driver, don't hit the bag with that. If you do, maybe barely tap it, but it's really just not strong enough to take that kind of force. But if we have a steel shafted club, go ahead and let it rip. Really try to poke a hole in that thing, and you'll see I really hit that pretty hard, and I actually did bust it open a little bit there. So I did good on this drill. So you don't have to hit it that hard. I mean, that's probably 100-mile-an-hour swing speed. I've had this bag for years. It's about beat to heck anyway, so I don't mind if I beat it up a little bit. But I really want you to be somewhat aggressive with this. So number 2, we got to get the momentum of the body. So number 1, axe drill, got my hands in front. Number 2, I got to get the momentum of that body going. So what I want you to do is go ahead and take that club above the bag, and I want you to feel like you swing back and through. So here, when I say momentum of the body, what does that mean? Because I can say momentum of the body, it could mean anything. I want those legs to be bent like you're playing shortstop. I want a little bit of knee bend there, and as you're coming through, I'm really letting those legs turn my body back and through. So I'm building up some momentum, and then as I swing back, I want to feel like I just did with that axe head. I want to feel like my hands are leading the way. So I'm taking that hands in front and I'm building some momentum with the body doing this. Now I'm really getting some power into that. So not only do I feel powerful from my hands and arms because they're leading, I feel like I'm powerful from my body because from my toes all the way up to my shoulders, I feel like I have some mass going with my swing rather than my body turning off and me just using hands and arms to flip at it. So we're gonna do 10 reps. Again, if you don't have an impact bag, that's completely fine. I recommend you get one though. Don't have to hit it as hard as I did here, but definitely make an aggressive swing with it. 10 reps with the toe into the bag. 10 reps getting that momentum. So we're coming back and through, and then I'm really gonna smack that thing, hands in front. And then 10 reps going out to the driving range, actually hitting some shots with this. Now when I take it to the ball, this is where I'm talking about predicting perfect contact. I want to get what I call feed forward, or a visualization of how this is going to feel before I ever swing. I want to make some swings doing the impact bag drills, and once that's really in my mind and I can feel what that's going to be like, I can feel that solid compression of the golf ball, I want to have that same feeling before I ever swing. If I ever set up over top a golf ball and I can't feel that solid contact, if I feel like it's going to be a not very good shot, I want to back up, get myself into the feeling of that solid contact again, and really visualize me knocking down that flag before I swing. So on this one, I'm going to feel my hands forward, I'm going to feel the momentum of my body, and let's see if we can hit one nice and solid. There we go, killed that one. Just a little right of the flag, I'm definitely happy with that. All right, so wait right there, I have an even better bonus for you. Now in this video, we really talked about a great way to feel the momentum of our body and those hands leading forward to get that really nice solid contact. Now I found a great way to pair this up is to visualize like contact is just getting in the way. What we call the straight line release in the Top Speed Golf system means that when I swing this golf club, I'm having forward shaft lean, I'm having my hands in front, and then I'm releasing to a point past the ball. If I can do that, contact just gets in the way, and I think that's the perfect thing to pair up with this video here today. I got a preview of one of my best straight line release videos. Just click the card that pops up on the screen or the link down below in the description. Once you can pair what's happening at contact with what you should be visualizing out past contact, man, this whole area just gets really easy to manage. You're gonna hit a lot of great shots and you're gonna have fun playing golf. Best of luck, let's go ahead and get started. A common misconception I see is that we want to create lag and we just want to hold that lag all the way on through contact and get as much lag as we can coming through contact, and that's simply not true. In the release section, we're going to talk about how to turn that lag into energy, how to turn that into speed so that you can hit it very far and do it, like we mentioned, without hardly any effort at all. And as we're coming through contact, we're going to fully release this angle as we're about 45 past contact. So if I draw, a 45-degree angle, I should be looking at both arms, nice and straight, the club splitting those arms, so that by releasing the club, by getting this angle to release as we're coming through contact, that's what's going to create the speed. Our hands are moving a very short distance, our club is moving a very long distance through contact, and it creates that whip-like effect. Very different swings, hitting the exact same position. So first let's take a look at Dustin Johnson, releasing the club 45 past. And the reason we're going to see such different swings producing similar positions is that this is the real physics of how this has to happen. Here we're looking at Sergio Garcia. Again, we're going to see tons